Now, listen, just when you think you've seen it all with the Grammys, it keeps getting worse. I guess this year they decided to blackfish, black views, because honestly speaking, yeah, it's giving disrespectful at this point in time. But I'm shocked at some other people of color who do not see anything wrong with this. Meanwhile, Latto is out there basically agreeing to what Nicki Minaj was saying about her song Bad Energy. Big energy. Hello, tea lovers. Welcome to the tea plug. So, yes, you guys, like I said, the Grammys keep getting disrespectful more and more. Now, you guys do know that they have always been doing Nicki Minaj dirty and basically, allegedly blackballing her. It seems like they decided to take it a step further, because people have been promising that, well, no, they are not going to be watching the Grammys, especially people of color. They were saying that, you know what, the Grammys have been disrespectful and we're not going to watch, and blah 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 blah. And I think the Grammys are now desperately trying to get big people of color viewership, because what they decided to do now is they decided to celebrate, of course, the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And the people who are on the lineup, it's not making sense, especially when it comes to the female rappers. Like, how can you talk about 50 years of hip hop and there's no Lil Kim, there's no Foxy Brown, there's no Nicki Minaj, and there's Glow? Listen, I'm not trying to be a disliker for Glow, but like, make it make sense. How are you going to have Glow on the lineup for the celebration of 50 years of hip hop, and then like none of these real female rappers are there? Like, how can that be? Honestly speaking, this is becoming disrespectful by the day. And but the sad part about it is, I know that a lot of people of color are going to tune in for this, and it's going to work for them. And I just wish people would just get to the point where they demand respect from the Grammys, because at this point, I don't even know how to feel. Like, no, I do know how to feel, because I'm absolutely annoyed, you guys. Like, how could you do something like this? And this is beyond you liking Nicki Minaj or disliking Lil Kim or disliking Foxy Brown. This is beyond that. Clearly, the Grammys are playing in our faces, and they do not care at all. And yeah, it's just so annoying. I'm just gonna say it. On top of that, they did say that, well, it's being rumored actually that what's his name, Quavo, is going to be performing and paying a tribute to Takeoff. And yeah, I guess they did that also to get some kind of people of color viewership. And yeah, at this point they're desperate, but at the same time they're still playing in our faces. And I just wish we as a people would get to a point where we just refuse to acknowledge the Grammys. We refuse to watch their stuff, you guys, because the whole 50 years of anniversary celebration, yeah, it's very disrespectful if you ask me. Now, moving on to the next thing. Well, before I move on, please do hop into the comment section and let me know what you think about the Grammys. Do you think that people should go ahead and watch that 50-year anniversary celebration? Or do you think that this is the time that we, as people of color, have to just say enough is enough and just not pay attention to the Grammys? Do hop into the comment section and let me know what you think about that. Okay, now moving on to the next thing that I'm going to be talking about. It is still centered around the Grammys and how bad they have been doing Nicki Minaj, and how unfair they have been treating her. So now basically what happened is, you guys know, back then, I think a few months ago, Latto and Nicki Minaj got into it over the Grammy nominations, when Nicki Minaj was basically giving an example and saying Big Energy is a pop song, and Super Freaky Girl should basically be in the same category as Big Energy. And there was nothing insulting in what she was saying. And then Latto decided to go off on Nicki Minaj. I don't know whether it was for clout. I don't know if it was lack of comprehension. Whatever it was, she did go ahead and said a bunch of things. And as usual, because people do not like Nicki Minaj, which is a seed that was planted by you know who and her record label. Yeah, that seed is still growing, and it saddens me to see people being blind to it. you know, because at some point everybody loved Nicki Minaj. All of a sudden, people did not like Nicki Minaj because of you know who and the narrative that she and her record label was put. Okay, that's a story for another day, but it still makes me annoyed when I think about it. So basically, what happened is that Latto and Nicki Minaj got into it because Latto was not acknowledging that her song was in pop, and should have been in the pop category. So yeah, she went off on Nicki Minaj, but recently in an interview when she was talking about a new and upcoming pop song, she said, "Well, I am going to stay in pop because it got me into the Grammys." And for a minute, I'm like, is that not what Nicki Minaj was saying? And you said that she was basically hating. Like, I do not understand you guys. Like, how do you go off on Nicki Minaj for saying that your song should have been in a pop melodic rap category, for only for you to come out here and say that you are now leaning more into pop because it got you into the Grammys? Make it make sense, okay? Make it make sense. And the saddest part about it is no one is going to call her out for that. People are going to keep on praising her. Do you get what I'm saying? It's honestly not nice. Okay, I don't mean to sound like Donald Trump, but it's honestly not nice when people do stuff like that. Nobody is going to call this girl out. It's gonna be like everybody's just going to turn a blind eye. But this is basically what Nicki Minaj was saying, and you called her a hater when she said that. And I feel like it's not fair, you guys. It's absolutely not fair. It's okay to not like someone's music. If you do not like Nicki Minaj's music, that's fine. If you're not a bab, that's fine. If you do not like her as a person, it's fine. It's fine. But when you act like just because you don't like someone, now you're blind to what's not right, you're blind to evil because you don't like someone, I feel like, to me, that is very dangerous. It's okay to say I don't like this person, but the way that they're being treated is not okay. The same way I do when I feel like somebody I do not exactly like, or I'm indifferent about, is being treated unfairly, I will always acknowledge that, you know what, this is not fair. So I don't know, you guys. Hop into the comment section and let me know what you think about this entire situation. Is this not what Nicki Minaj was saying when she came for her, and now she's sitting in an interview admitting that Bad Energy, Big Energy, is actually a pop song? So hop into the comment section and let me know what you think about that. Now well, this is the last story that I had, you guys. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post, because I post each and every single day, and I keep you updated on what is happening in the celebrity world on Instagram, on Twitter, and about all things trending. And until my next one, see you.